starts to descend out towards the Waikoloa. You go past Walalai, the scenic point, out towards the Waikoloa, and there's the only flat stretch in this entire course is about 2 to 3 miles long, and it's right out by the Waikoloa village. And then you get a series 4 decent rollers, sort of Wisconsin or Coeur d'Alene level rollers, 1/4 of a mile to 600 meters long, as you head past Monolani, Hupuna Beach, and you get out to the left turn to Kauai High. A nice descent that you're going to have to come back up. You get to Kauai High, and then the climb to Hawaii starts. And climb is a really, I don't know if that's the best use of the word, because the climb, it does go up, and it is a net elevation gain from Kauai High to Hawaii, but it rolls for a long period. I mean, you're talking a 18-mile stretch from Kauai High to Hawaii, the first 13 of which truly roll along the coast, the Kohala coast, and then it bends right at Mahu Kona, and the last 7 miles are typically right into the teeth of a ferocious headwind up to Hawaii. And you'll know it's going to be a headwind. It's really interesting. As you ride out, you have the Pacific and Maui out on your left, and the Pacific looks really common blue right down to your left and next to you, and you can look far up in the distance, that 10, 13 miles up the road, and if you see whitecaps, if you see the ocean go from blue to white as you look off into the distance towards Maui, and you start to feel a few gusts from your right, you know it's just going to be a hellacious climb to Hawaii. And you could easily, on a normal day, see 30-mile-an-hour headwinds as you do this climb up to Hawaii, but many days you can also see 50 to 60-mile-an-hour headwinds with it gusting. And those are the days that are not just difficult, but they're frightening, because you have these gullies as you're in that 13-mile stretch, as you ride along towards Mahu Kona. And the first time you do it, if you're not ready for it, you'll be riding along and thinking, okay, this isn't so bad, I'm feeling a crosswind. And then you'll have a gully in the landscape, almost a canyon, that causes this funneling blast of wind to hit you, and you literally will see people blow from the edge of the shoulder on the right of the white line all the way across the yellow center line in the blink of an eye, and hopefully stay up and be able to correct and come back. You'll see people riding literally at about a 15 to 20 degree list as they're fighting this crosswind. So it can be, the winds here, everyone talks about them, but until you experience them, you just can't. You're like, I've experienced windy days in California and Wisconsin and Coeur d'Alene, wherever. But when you experience the wind here, you truly know what wind is if you get a nice windy day. So that's what makes this race so tough, that and the pressure of the competition. When you turn around in Hawaii, a lot of the pros will put on one specific gear, a bigger chainring or a really small, if they can, in the old days we didn't have 11-tooth cogs, but we would weld an 11 on simply for that descent, because you just spin it out so quickly, you can easily hit 50 if you have that tailwind. So you want it for that stretch of time, and then you don't use it the rest of the day.
Ironman